Hello, YouTube. Hang on, let me, oh, there I am. I'm in the scene. Correct. Good. Hello, YouTube. This is Jordan White. Good to see you again. Okay, so, the grieving period for me is over by this point. Now, I have to take extra steps during hard times. There's these crazy things. Alright, let me just tell you what's going on here. You see, I heard on the radio this morning that there are so many people out there who are having to check into the doctor because they are so stressed out about the election. See, I heard on the radio that some young people were getting shingles, which is something that normally older people would get. I mean, it's rare for young people to get shingles, but they got shingles because the stress. They were so stressed out over the outcome, the possibility, the uncertainty of the future. It's something that I struggle with, but not to an extent that they are. I'm not really checking myself into the doctor so much. Because I'm not really exposing myself to it so much. So, turns out, doctors talk to them about saying, okay, why don't you go ahead and prescribe, get off social media, take a break from social media, try doing something relaxing like doing a smelling salts bath or Epsom salts bath or maybe a spa, or I don't know, anything that can actually relax you, something that would feel that you would enjoy, like something that would be part of your zen, your calm, meditation, that sort of thing. So getting away from that can really boost your health. That's why I put blocks on all election-related material, or anything that's excess politics. And I also stopped trading cryptocurrencies because, it's a little sketchy. EMP could probably bring the system down, and it's too small of investments are not making a lot of money's worth. Plus, there are other, better ways for me to make my money. Which, of course, would lie into learning skills and practicing my skills and making and producing stuff. So, I quit the cryptocurrencies, then traded all my coins for real money, and that's the end of that. And mining is still a big energy hog, so it would be best, even especially in my next computer, to not do mining. Okay. So, there are always things for me to be excited about, even within the election year, even when it feels like everyone wants me to stress out over something like that. And no way, you're not gonna pull me into victim. You want me to feel bad. You want me to feel guilty. But I don't want you to feel guilty, because I want to examine my heart. But I do call, and I really urge this for all of you, of believers across the world, and especially on YouTube and other forms of social media. Please pray your guts out the night of November 3rd. No matter what happens, whoever is going to be president. Pray that God will make him or her make all the decisions according to his will to lead our country forward into something better, that according to what he has planned for our country. So I can't So I can't just feel like a big bias towards anyone. I gotta pray. Because, I don't want evil around here. I know there's all this dark stuff in the world. I mean, I know there's slavery in some dark third world countries out there. It breaks my heart. Just know that there's still slavery out there. So I want to end it, man. I want to feel like I want to end slavery. And if I could donate to several organizations devoted to ending slavery and human trafficking, then that would be something worthwhile. But I feel like my money could go towards the community this year, especially at Christmas time, because that stuff's coming up, so that's exciting, isn't it? I always love Christmas. I mean, it's like my jam. Halloween's not really my thing, but Christmas, oh boy, it is my thing. So what makes Christmas my thing? Maybe it's where I come from, the pure innocence of it, not the dark grittiness, but the bright, like the positivity that Christmas brings. So the Christmas can actually help get me off of obsessing over this pandemic. So I can't obsess over the pandemic. And I will do the social distancing. I will continue with the mask. I will wash my hands until they say, okay, we don't really feel so much of a need to wash our hands right now, so we can encourage you, but you don't have to. I feel like that would be a good idea, like a good situation where they're not really trying to force us to social distance. So, I mean, I'm just complying with all the rules and all that stuff. It's just they're encouraging us. So this winter, we will be encouraged to stay at home, but we won't be forced to stay at home. And flu vaccine isn't going to really help much, but all the stuff I've been doing, like washing my hands and wearing a mask and doing the social distancing, that is amazing. I haven't really gotten sick for the past 7 months, right? Okay. But there's also something I want to show you here. You want to see something? It appears that Amazon is picking up where Sears left off by making their own holiday wish book catalog, chock full of all these toys, including this one that I really want for Christmas, an animatronic Baby Yoda. Of course, the Mandalorian is called the Child, but they don't really say Baby Yoda. But since it looks like Yoda, like that character, since it looks like Yoda, no wonder we've been calling it Baby Yoda. And it don't really say what Yoda's species is, but since it looks like Yoda, it's like no wonder we call it Baby Yoda. So boom, 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 Baby Yoda time. Of course, this stuff's filled with just basic toys, but it's not chock full of any graphics cards or USB husp or Micro Center craziness or any of that stuff. It's just mainly toys. I mean, it's targeted for kids. There's a little thing that let me open this back up. Hang on. All right. So each year when Mom got the Sears wish book when she was a kid, Grandma would give Mom and her siblings different colored markers, and they would browse through the catalog together, and they would circle each of the items that they wanted on their wish list. And and each color would indicate which person wanted it and who. So this is how you ordered it. The catalogs. Back in the old days, Sears catalogs. I remember browsing through catalogs like these as a kid. I mean, it's not like it's not like I'm a really old guy or anything like that, but I could tell you for a fact that when the internet was really young and Amazon wasn't as big as it was, that browsing through catalogs for me was a pretty big deal. And then e-commerce took off, and these things didn't really seem as exciting. But Amazon decides, hey, we're so big, we can bring this back. And so they shipped this catalog to like pretty much every single house residency in the United States. Pretty interesting, huh? Amazon. Feel like they want to take over the world. Big sister. Google's big brother. that's a pretty great joke right there. But then again, I'm also celebrating Mexican night every night. So I gotta figure out how to work that into the holidays. You see, during the pandemic, I've made it a little tradition to have Mexican night every night. We cook Mexican food, we put on mariachi music, and we believe that the mariachi music helps make the Mexican food taste better. And it's been so successful that we're going to continue it even after the pandemic. We established it as a sort of way to bring normalcy to our lives, even during these strange times. Yeah, I said that, man. Alright. So let me go ahead and search for what did they do on what Hispanics do on during the holidays, because that would be like different than what we would do for Christmas. I'm not sure if they would celebrate Christmas. Let me check to see if yes I am. I have the correct view. Boom. Alright, let me search for okay, what do Hispanics do during the holidays? Okay. 12 Latino holiday festivities and traditions that are bigger. Latino holiday celebrations are big, with family, friends, and at times entire neighborhoods coming together to eat, drink, sing, and dance until the wee hours of the morning. And depending on each family's religious beliefs, some attend a special midnight mass. Okay, 12 Latino... Oops. Gee. You see, I have these blockers here, and, oh, no wonder! I blocked that site! No wonder! Alright. What do they do? Okay, so this is appropriate. How do they do? For instance, some people, the Hispanic holiday season goes on past Christmas and into January. I hear that that there's this thing that they hold called Three Kings Day. Okay, I know that the holiday is nothing new to you. Business knows that I'm going to dish out the pumpkin spice lattes. Do you know what to put out the Katrina? References in marketing. Hispanic holidays go unnoticed by holiday season marketing. Multiple Hispanic countries. Okay. Alright. La Navidad would be Christmas in Mexico. La Posadas is Mexico, December 16th to 24th. Alright. This is the La Noche de Fin de Año. That's New Year's Eve. Dia de los Inocentes, December 28th, multiple Hispanic countries. Okay. Dia de los Reyes, January 6th, multiple Hispanic countries. I'm pretty sure that includes Mexico. So Dia de los Reyes, that would be 3 King's Day, Dia de Reyes. Okay. Epiphany. Where's Dia de Los Reyes? Three Kings Day. Well, let me figure out what they do, and then pass this on over to Mom and Dad. Okay, let's not focus so much on these little pop-ups. Oh yeah, Mexico, Dia de los Reyes, known everywhere elsewhere as Epiphany, celebrated on January the 6th to honor the three wise men. This holiday represents the day the three wise men gave gifts to Jesus Christ, and the day closes the Christmas festivities. It's also the day the people of Mexico exchange gifts. Oh! Okay, here we go. Okay, what happens? During Dia de los Reyes, Mexicans serve Rosca de Reyes, or king's cake. Rosca means wreath and Reyes means kings. The Rosca de Reyes has an oval shape to symbolize a crown and has a small doll inside, which represents baby Jesus. The doll figure symbolizes the hiding of the infant of Jesus from King Herod's troops. Traditionally, Roscas are adorned with dried and candied fruits to symbolize the many jewels that a crown would have. In other words, fruitcake. I feel like I'm not loved. The person who gets the slice with the doll must host a party on Dia de la Candelaria in February. Ooh, okay. What happens on Three Kings Day? Oh, okay, there's some good stuff. Christmas might be over, but it doesn't mean the gift giving and receiving is over. Children in Latin America and Spain receive the majority of their gifts from the Three Kings, rather than from Santa Claus at Christmas. Before going to bed, the children place their old shoes with a wish list on top for the Three Kings. In the morning, the shoes are filled with toys and gifts from the Three Kings. Oh, I can spice it up. But yes, festivities are celebrated in a variety of ways across the globe, and here are 5 ways you can celebrate the traditions in your home. Oh, this is perfect right here. This is perfect. Let me copy that link. Alright. Boom. Boom. Link copied. Interestingly enough, every single time I press F1, it basically activates a little function in Google, so that somehow I need to figure out a way to switch back from one scene to another. So obviously it's not really a problem with me. So it's a very good thing that I discovered that there is Three Kings Day. I mean, I know that this is gonna be beneficial, but it's a happy thing. Having this Dia de los Reyes is a very happy thing. I mean, it's really, I'm still American, but it's a really positive thing for me to somehow get familiar with what other cultures celebrate. Isn't that like how we become more peaceful with each other? That we understand what we do in other cultures, and then somehow we join in the fun. I mean, one of my former coworkers, Nilu, she doesn't celebrate Christmas, but she's always welcome in the festivities, so come on, we're open. Because it's always gonna be exciting. No matter who wins. No matter who becomes president. Of course, I'll be praying night of November 3rd, as probably should everyone else. Because no matter who is the winner of this year's election, it's gonna be so important that we all keep our heads calm, kind. It's a big thing that I've been doing with this year. Calm and kind. Plus, now much of our lives will distinctly change so hard. I mean, depending on where you live. I mean, like, don't pay attention so much to this stuff. That's why I've had these blockers. Don't try to trade cryptocurrencies. There are the better ways to make money. Learning skills, AI, all that stuff. Oh, and another thing. Don't. I repeat, don't. Don't stress yourself out with all these politics or anything like that, because, you know, I mean, I don't want to, like, take sides or anything. I'm not really a fan of either candidate, but I am going to be praying. Whichever one wins, they'll do the job that God has called them to do, that they'll fulfill whatever God's purpose is for our countries. Because with God, it's probably the only way, with whoever God chooses, is probably the only way our country can move forward. Everyone would feel like, we hate this one guy. We think this guy is awesome. Or no, we hate this one guy. We think this guy is awesome. It's a different polarizing. I don't really enjoy that. It's not really my jam. I'm not really a big nut about this, but I am a big comic book, sci-fi, fantasy, cartoon geek. This kind of brings me to another cool thing that I'm doing. I am working on the animated short. It's called Rolling Bear, and I have done the first part of the animatic. Of course, the animatic will be released on Halloween. Of course, this is another one of my little ghost stories. But once we get down to closer to Thanksgiving, I'll release the animation, which is a very interesting strategy. So you can compare and contrast, rather than just trying to force this stuff on you. Like, it's a weird thing, but streaming makes things open. I mean, the doors with streaming feel like they're wide open with what kind of shows you can create, and you can't just push yourself so hard to think that you're gonna be so negative. Oh, and there's also a little something exciting that's happening around in my town. There's a bunch of exciting things. For example, the Atlanta Braves. They are one win away from going to the World Series. I mean, that is a big significant thing. They are one win away from going to the World Series. I mean, me and my dad, we're going to be real ecstatic when they are going to go to the World Series. So it's like, yay, we're going to celebrate. Yay! Go Bravos! Go Braves! If you want to change the name of the baseball team, that's fine. I mean, okay, call it Atlanta baseball team. Alright. Try to think of yourself. And, Atlanta Peaches? Okay. Atlanta Warriors? I don't know. You know, they used to be called the Boston Braves. But then they, went over to Atlanta, and now they're the Atlanta Braves. They're one of the oldest baseball teams in Major League Baseball history. So having them going to the World Series is gonna be so awesome. And the game starts in just about a few hours. Well, actually, an hour and a half. No, 80 minutes. It starts in 84 minutes. 84 minutes. It starts in 84 minutes. That's great. No, 83. 83. No, I gotta count, man. Well, that's not the only thing that's very exciting that's happening around my community. Well, there's something else. Let me switch back to the, nope. Alright. Good. Okay. Here's something else that's exciting happening in this community. It appears that Pinewood Studios, Atlanta, is now called Trilith Studios. Trilith being an architectural term that describes, kind of takes off their British roots, and in a lot of ways they decide, you know what, Trilith is like, think Stonehenge. That's Trilith. Stonehenge. Never knew. Who knew? Not so familiar because I'm not British. I'm 100% American. Okay, so let's look at Trilith here. So that costs only 1,000 acres of studios, workshops, offices, and backlots to find anything, everything. Mom tells me that this is exciting because she knows about this. She knows they're trying to build a whole town within this sector. Can you believe that? A whole town. It's practically amazing that they want to build a whole town and around this area. But then again, if you're gonna build studios and all these back lots and stuff, oh, and just for a little tidbit, I'm gonna let you in on a little something. You see this little photo right here? This is supposed to be the set for James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. And it's got all these crazy colorful characters, including a Peacemaker, John Cena. And there's the guy with the crazy shark. I mean, a walking humanoid shark. That's very creative right there, along with, Harley Quinn and stuff. But there's also another Polka Dot Man. They're gonna bring Polka Dot Man into this. And there's also another character, Weasel. Weasel is like very different from just Rocky Raccoon, but this is James Gunn we're talking about, so it might be standard for him to create something like this. Yeah, amenities. They're gonna be an internationally intentionally designed community offers for everything from local curated restaurants from state-of-the-art health center, all that stuff. Hub for creatives, yada. And a virtual actively invested in selected level hand-selected media companies help taking creativity to another level. With an abundance of streaming platforms at play, audiences are demanding better content at a faster rate. Tress Macneille is actively investing in several hand-selected media companies, helping take creativity to another level for your portfolio. Finds one facilities designed to build the starship for passengers. That was back when it was called Pinewood. So I'm gonna double tap on me. Crystal. Yeah, it's been host to a bunch of Marvel products. Marvel Studios products, and now they're gonna have to film in some other places. Not to worry though, Marvel always has ways to film their projects, even though they have to build a lot of blue screen, green screen sets just to make it all possible, and just to fake New York, fake LA, fake this specific location. It's not what it seems in Marvel. It's pretty much so much of it is visual effects. Even though you're using real people, why build your story anywhere else? Plus, it turns out that my mom knows someone who got a little part as an extra as a dancer for a movie that they're shooting around here, and at this part called Trilith Studios. I gotta get used to that word, Trilith Studios. Maybe if it was Trinity Studios, I would probably have an easier time with it. But no, it's not Trinity Studios. It's Trilith Studios. Trinity Studios. I could call it that if I wanted to. Okay. So, given the Trilith Studios and the high-class demand for creating content in this massive set, one of my mom's friends got a part as an extra, as a dancer, in a movie that's shooting around here that's starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's called Red Notice. It's gonna be coming out on Netflix. And I would be in the know because I happen to have a little prescription. Well, subscription, not prescription, subscription to IMDb Pro. Of course, I am paying money for it, but it's something I can't afford. But I'm not really made of money. I'm not like money hoggers or anything like that. I mean, if you pay for too many streaming services, I can guarantee you, it's gonna be like a big black hole of of money sucking down the darkness. Like you're probably going broke, or your credit card bill's getting higher, all because you're trying to pay for your streaming services and other platforms, subscription based, food dash, DoorDash, other stuff, all this stuff that comes out now that's subscription based. It's crazy. So sorry. But I do have an idea for a project that I would love for one of these, movie companies to make, and only one specific movie company I feel can make this idea. Hang on, let me I wrote one of my friends about this cool idea. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so I feel Warner Brothers and HBO Max can make and release a film called Citizen Brain, starring Maurice LaMarche as Charles Foster Brain, and Rob Paulsen as Mr. Pinkstein, Jedediah Yackland and Mr. Thatchinsniff, with Tress Macneille as Immel Brain and Hello Susan. In other words, Charles Foster Brain is going to look like this. It's basically an Animaniacs parody, a feature-length Animaniacs parody of Citizen Kane. I mean, go ahead, Warners. I'm not stopping you. I mean, it would be so great. You have the rights to Citizen Kane. You have the rights to Animaniacs. Go ahead and make Citizen Brain. I'm not stopping you from doing that. You already did like a Tiny Toons Adventures parody of Citizen Kane called Citizen Max. So do a Citizen Kane parody, Animaniacs parody of Citizen Kane with Brain in the role of Citizen Brain, and Pinky and as Pinkstein, Yakko as Yackland, Dr. Scratchersniff as Mr. Thatchinsniff, and Dot Warner as Immel Brain, and Hello Nurse as Hello Susan. Yeah. That's another thing I'm actually kind of excited for. Having more episodes of Animaniacs coming out on Hulu. New episodes November 20th. So in other words, November 20th, we're going to be getting the 100th episode of Animaniacs, but they're all calling it a revival or a reboot or something like that. But, we've been waiting for like 20 years or something like that. Animaniacs was taken off the air because of Pokemon. Can you believe that? Pokemon, Warner Brothers, well, Kids WB back then, they got Pokemon for free. And they were like, well, we can, if this is such a big hit with the kids, doesn't feel like we need Animaniacs. It's kind of costing us a whole bunch. So they kind of axed the show. The axed the show, yes, back in '98. Same thing they did with Pinky and the Brain. They axed that show in the same year. Pokemon just got so big so fast. Some ways it still is with Pokemon Go. And all the games and the stuff. I mean, this is a pure Japanese property. But, like I said, streaming has the doors wide open. And the budgets seem to get higher. So I felt like, okay, Warner Brothers knew that streaming was like just the right time to make an Animaniacs revival. Or at least new episodes of Animaniacs. I can't really guarantee who's coming back, even though they say Yakko, Wacko, and Don, Pinky, and the Brain are coming back. I always feel skeptical about new projects, things that I'm excited for, because it's always been that way ever since the Phantom Menace. People got excited for the Phantom Menace, and they saw it, but they were kind of let down. So I think one of the things that a lot of us learned from the Phantom Menace is that we shouldn't really be too excited or overhype or what you say think that this is gonna be the greatest before coming in. So we can't like think that it's gonna be the world's greatest. So it can't. So I mean, it's called taking it with a grain of salt. But one time, there was one time where I didn't take something like a grain of salt. I took it like a stomach punch to the gut. But I should be thankful for that, because you know what? It helped me to grow. Can you believe that? A stomach punch to the gut made me feel bad about myself, but it made me grow as a human being. So don't you want to grow as a human being? I could tell a lot of you do. Alright, so that's like my status update, but do you want to know, silly me, sorry. Do you want to know how I'm drawing my characters this time? I'm doing it digitally in Photoshop with one of these. I have my own little graphics tablet, but unlike the last graphics tablet I had, this one works better. Oh, and not only that, but here's something I absolutely can't do. I cannot pound, pang, bang hard when I get angry on this thing. I can't get angry on this. Bang, bang, bang so hard that I break the functionality of it. I remember doing that one time with a graphics tablet, and I was not happy. I was devastated, okay? That I couldn't draw. But now I have this. And graphics tablets are actually becoming bargain prices. Even the ones with screens, believe it or not. Look at me, I'm actually making a good amount of money. But I'm not a whole lot. I'm not unlimited money. Plus there's all these silly little things on YouTube that talk about use this app, get rich, put some money in your account. Well, as I always said, I can't do the cryptocurrencies, and there's other ways to make money. I can advance my skills. And here's something that I want to do on my New Year's resolutions for 2021, for a much better year where we can adapt to having around the thing that caused the pandemic. Would you say the coof, the beer bug, with the virus anyway? You know, we're adapting to flu, same with you know what. We're adapting to flu. We've adapted to flu, now we're adapting to you know what. We're adapt to you know what. Having that around. And maybe it's just the restrictions that are getting me into it. Like, I can't just walk into a baseball stadium and cheer on for my favorite baseball team, or go into a college football stadium and cheer for my favorite college football team. I feel like we could do that next year. There's always... So I can't really bring myself down so hard. There's always going to be ways to adapt. It's inevitable that I have to adapt to a post-pandemic world. Well, what if this animation stuff I want to do, this technologically advanced film making production company or entertainment company that I feel like I want to do, it's called like 3 Point Studios. What if I can say in my mission statement that we are positioning ourselves as a production company for the post-pandemic era? Okay. Sorry. Bye.